Welcome to the Badass Breastfeeding Podcast. This is Diane, your lactation consultant.
And I'm Abby, the Badass Breastfeeder. And we're doing something different today because we have something to tell you.
Yes, we have stuff.
Yeah, so you don't have to listen to ads or anything. It's just going to be about our announcement.
Yeah, it's all about us today, everybody.
Yes. And you. All about you. Actually, it's all about you. Do you want to say it or should I say it?
You can say it because you did all the hard work on it. So I'll let you take all the credit.
Oh, shucks. We're joining Patreon. That is the crowdfunding thing.
Membership type thing.
Membership thing, yeah. And so that will come with a lot of extra things from us and extra involvement in the podcast. And we can go over those.
Yes.
But the main motivation for this is that we want to create a tighter knit community. And we want to be closer to you. Mm-hmm. And this will allow us to really create a cool community, allow us to give you a lot more information, and allow us to, support ourselves, which is what we are. We have really, Diane quit her job to do this more effectively.
We put this off for 5 years. So we really kind of put it off for a long time. And then we decided, it could really be beneficial because we could really do a lot more. You could do a lot more stuff.
Yes. And we want the podcast to always be free. So that main podcast that we started that people have been listening to for years, we want that to be free to you. And we don't want to change that.
That'll never change.
No.
Change.
And so we are going to, we've created a bunch of different things to bring you over there. Hopefully you will join us there on some level. And the levels are, there's the badass level. That's $3 a month. And with this level, you will get one monthly mini podcast by Diane on a breastfeeding topic, a video. And also one mini podcast by me on some sort of parenting or, related topic. This first one, if you sign up for February, is breastfeeding in a baby carrier.
That's Abby's.
And that's mine. And Diane's is
position and latch.
And so you can actually see her discussing position and latch with.
I got my breastfeeding pillow and all the things. They're good. They're actual videos. You can see us doing it.
And all of this is ad free. There are no ads anywhere. Mm-hmm. And then you will also receive at this level a shout out on the podcast when you sign up and every month that you remember.
And an extra episode, right?
Not yet.
Oh, okay. I don't know what our tiers are.
The next level is super badass. And that's $5 a month. And you will receive everything we just talked about on the badass level. So the extra mini from me, the extra mini from Diane, the shout out on the podcast. And then you will also receive one extra episode, ad-free episode of the podcast on, a whole range of things that we talk about. Like on the other podcast, you'll receive another one of those for that month. Mm-hmm. You will also then be added to our wall of fame on badassbreastfeedingpodcast.com. We'll have a wall of fame and your name will be there. And you will be able to see our master topic list and the episodes that are coming in a few weeks in advance.
And that is really transparent because sometimes we're not good at keeping that. So you all will know how our minds work and what really happens inside the brains of the Badass Breastfeeding Podcast team.
You could see, it's up there. I already put it up there. If you sign up for the super badass tier, you'll see it's 4 pages of lists of topics, and you can comment underneath it and say what you want to be. I think the last week of February is still hasn't been filled in, and you can read our list or make your suggestions and help us fill that in.
Now, the free extra episode for February, should you sign up for that, is flange fitting. So that's a good one.
Yeah. How to get those flanges to fit correctly.
Yes. And a little bit of history on flanges. So.
And then those episodes they'll probably be a little bit wider of a variety. Like we can stray off the topic of breastfeeding a little bit too, if we need to. Just so you can get more, you can get more, on a broader parenting topics. Okay. And then we have the Ultra Badass, and that is $8 a month. And you will receive everything that we talked about on the Badass level, the 2 minis and the shout out. And then everything from the Super Badass, the extra episode, the Wall of Fame, and the access to the topic list. And then also you will receive a monthly Q&A, a live Q&A where you can just talk with us. There'll be one for parents and then one separate for providers, which everybody can watch. All of those at Ultra Badass level. But there will be 2 different focuses of those. And also, you will receive a monthly personal handwritten inspirational note sent to your house from one of us, probably me, because Diane does enough. And and we are in 2 different cities, so we can't both write it. So
we can switch on and off. It'll be fun.
And yeah, that's true. And these are all ad free. These all allow us to be more intimate with you, have more contact with you. It's also, Patreon is set up as like a news feed, just like, Facebook or Instagram. And so we have the freedom to post, also just have posts. And I would love to, because I'm a social worker, and I would love to just make like a daily or every other day post, just kind of about like parenting and what I'm going, or, what Jack and Exley are up to, maybe about our homeschooling life, just a post, like a post you would see on social media. And I think that will be really fun and allow you guys to kind of learn a little bit more about us, and we can learn more about you.
I would love that. I would love to be able to, because I don't talk about my kids on social media at all. Yeah. I don't post pictures of them. I don't do anything with my kids on social media. So that would be really cool for me.
You just have free access to just post there. Yep. As much as we want.
That's awesome.
And so we are very excited about it. Are you excited about it, guys? Because I hope so. And there's going to be a lot of extra. And if you have suggestions on things that we can add to these tiers or whatever, because we're new to this, or you can think of something extra that you think would be helpful to parents, let us know.
But the important thing is that the original podcast will not change. And I have seen, I've looked around and, at different podcasts and stuff like that. And I know that sometimes when people go towards Patreon, they tend to switch up the original podcast because they want to push people in that direction. It will not change. That's going to stay exactly how it always has been. And then this is just a little, this is just extra community that we want to do. And it will also enable us to do more for you. So it's, makes it a little bit better.
Yeah.
All the way around.
And, a lot of people will put their podcast behind a paywall or something. We're not doing that.
No, we're not doing that.
But then Patreon allows you to pick however much, you are able to, and all of this, your funds go towards, helping us continue to do what we do here. So,
because it's definitely, And I know there have been times where people are like, will email us and be like, somebody on your team, but it's like, we have no team.
God.
We have no team.
What team? I know people always say badass breastfeeder team, huh?
I know. And the podcast has grown. Yeah, I know. Really. Exactly. Yeah. Jack, who takes care of our sponsor stuff.
Yeah. Jack, he keeps track of the sponsors and then like how many episodes we're doing for them. And
and my husband does the production, which he likes. It's like a hobby. So, he takes care of that stuff. But any of the equipment and everything we've ever had, we've just, we've done everything ourselves. The stickers that we send out.
Yeah, we don't have people doing this.
Yeah, no, we don't have anybody doing any of that. How many, times we've answered questions via email and Instagram, and which we love to do, but there's nobody doing that stuff for us. We've done it all. So, and the podcast has grown a lot thanks to everybody who shares it. And, really, podcast has grown a lot, and we just want to be able to make this a community too.
Yeah. And I want to be able to continue to do this as full-time as I possibly can. Like this is, we like it.
Yeah.
We want to keep doing this.
We do.
Well, so that's our big announcement. I don't know if there's anything else to say, if you can think of anything.
I don't think so. This is our first go around with this. Like we said, if there's suggestions or anything, because I know that there's some people who listen are like diehard podcast listeners, and maybe you are involved in other Patreon ventures. So if you have suggestions for us, we'd love to have them. And like I said, if you, end up joining and you've got episode stuff that you want to add to our list, you can absolutely do that. And so I think it'll be really fun.
Yeah. I think it'll be fun too. I'm really excited to share more about.
Me too.
Because that's what I've always done, is shared so much on my blog. But it's such a huge breastfeeding community that I don't breastfeed anymore. So it's like I could, but like it's not relatable to the audience that's there. When I was breastfeeding, I was constantly posting pictures of us breastfeeding and, our story and what we were going through. And now what we're going through is with an 11 and an 8-year-old, it's not as relatable. But I do think there is, I think podcast listeners would be interested, and it's just an opportunity for me to share more in a way that I feel drawn to do. I like doing that.
Yeah. I think it's so great.
we can do that way.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So cool. So thank you. So join us.
Yeah. Thanks for listening, and hopefully we'll see you at Patreon. It's live right now. So head to Patreon. We'll put the link right underneath this episode that you're listening to. We'll put a direct link to where you can sign up, and you can check out the tiers and see if hopefully something will interest you.
Yeah.
Thanks for listening.
Thank you. Bye.